I really should have done that too.
What?
You know what? They could sponsor us by now.
Vaseline.
Vaseline. They could really sponsor us by now. Like, yeah, ain't no waste. All right, is my face shiny this time?
Your face is great, girl.
It's not though, cause I'm breaking out. My period coming late.
It's okay.
You see that?
It's okay.
Sorry, honey.
Yes. It's okay. I'll just Alright.
Anyway, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, y'all?
It's your girls, Wild to the Ways. I'll be your face and.
You already know. It's your girl, pretty girl, Shirl. What's up with y'all?
Lee and Bree back on the scene for another thing so fresh and so clean. We are here with a new type of episode. I love it so much. I've listened to it so much this week. We're here with a new type of thing. Something Shirley has brought.
Yes, it's not gonna be no regular podcast today. We're actually doing something different. I'm sure y'all have heard of them people with the yellow trash can called trash talk interviews, whatever. So we don't get copyrighted. We're doing bucket talk interview. It's pretty much where people they come across these people bring influencers, celebrities, TikTok people, like pretty much anybody who's known or famous for anything. They come, they bring them onto their set, they interview them, but their interviews is always questions, just random questions about their lives, about what they go through, about anything that you could possibly think of. Anyways, we're not going to do the regular or whatever, but we are going to be answering these questions. And I wish we kind of made a post having people ask us questions, but sometimes
we can do it for y'all episode.
Yeah, but sometimes y'all don't interact as much as we hope.
Y'all don't be answering sometimes, and then
hopefully that could change.
Y'all say something afterwards.
Yes, after
usually
we've done already made the fact.
Say something afterwards. They're like, oh, y'all doing that today, or y'all did that yesterday. Well, y'all should have asked these 5 questions that would have been really good to put on here, at least 4 of them. Like, damn. Yeah. We want to hear it. Like, don't get anxious and think we're going to be like, boo, that's trash, that's shit. Niggas going to go into trash talk bucket anyway. So.
Yeah, I ain't going to lie. Anything that y'all actually, like, whenever we post about stuff, questions, answers, comments, concerns, advice, anything, we actually do listen to them. We listen and we include them in every part of everything that we be doing. But hopefully y'all change. Yeah. Hopefully y'all change. We love y'all and I hope y'all love us too.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like the phone works both ways. As you like parents say the phone.
Oh, disclaimer, I do have a code because God gave me a sign to get rid of somebody, so I have to deal with the consequences and the repercussions of this. So, yeah, so I might be cackling, I might be dying, but, you know, just mind your business and just pray to God every day.
Remember we talked about in the last episode was spiritually cleaning, how...
And getting rid of people.
You can get rid of people. You can get physically sick when you're spiritually sick.
Oh, and speaking of the last episode, I hope y'all actually been doing what y'all been doing. You feel me? Cleansing, getting y'all boundaries set, getting y'all spring cleaning going on. I hope that the y'all rebirth is becoming something beautiful. Cause I know for me,
stressing us out, we still getting up, even though we're stressed.
Been through a lot, baby.
Been through a lot lately, but I mean, you gotta go through it to get through it. It's not called stuck in the mud because you stay in the mud. It's called going through it because you get through it.
But Janae Eichel said you have got to lose your mind to find a peace of mind. Okay.
The rainbows come after the rain.
Ooh.
All the sunshine through the pain. This is not slam poetry. It's not slam poetry. I got a secret project going on that I'm not telling y'all about yet.
Ooh, a lot of secret things coming on. Anywho, now to get this started, we shall rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. I just
and we had enough space. I would say human rock, paper, scissors. But
how do we do that? We should do that one day. That would be fun in public. Like rock, paper, scissors. Then
rock, paper, scissors.
Hold on, what is paper?
Paper would just be this, and the scissors would be
scissors. I'm imagining scissors is like. Okay, so scissors is built like this, right? Kids don't run with scissors. Kids don't watch this podcast.
And don't even hold that part of the scissors.
Yeah, when you hand. I was always told growing up you should hand somebody a knife like this, like with the blade like this, and not like this.
Be setting us up to kill ourselves before killing others.
Right. Like, what the fuck? What if I had it anyway? But scissors just built like, and like when they open.
Shit, at that point, I wouldn't even do that. I would just go like it.
You kind of fucking.
You know, the little zigzag school scissors.
The zigzag scissors. Hey, those. Hey, we need to start picking them up again.
All right, now we can do it.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You go first.
I got them scissors. Oh wait.
2 out of 3.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I did it again. It's the fact that we keep doing the same one.
I just knew it was gonna happen.
Once we get to the third one, I'm like, I know that you're gonna do the one that comes in my head first, so don't do that one. And then you do it.
Females is more logical than men, because men do the same shit.
Every time. It expects different results. Insanity.
Now, what shall we get? And she got one. These are questions that both of us have answered. Have wrote down to put in here.
This one you put on the list. What is the most delusional thing you have ever tried to convince yourself of? Damn. We started off. The most delusional thing I've ever convinced myself of. That I was not good enough. Bitch, because let's be honest. I've always been good enough.
Oh, you are.
Because you set your own reality and you set your own standards. So the most delusional thing I have ever believed, now that I'm realizing in this moment, is that I am not smart enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not capable enough. I'm not skilled enough.
And you know
because
you are.
I set my standards.
Mm-hmm. And you know you are all the opposite.
I don't know
you
who
are
just entered
worthy.
my brain.
You
just
are
now,
good enough.
but
You
they
are
did.
beautiful. You are everything. You
I'm
are
like,
everything you put your mind into.
So for me to be like, I'm stupid. I'm behind. I'm this. I'm that. That's my decision. So I'm delusional to think that, especially when everybody tells me the opposite.
Yep.
I'm my biggest bully. You are your biggest fan and your biggest bully. You just have to choose which one you gotta be.
That hit the heart. Damn. Let me tell myself this.
I think yourself enter my mind because
delusional.
I'm
not delusional.
The most delusional thing I ever realized is I was not that bitch, but I have always been. Yup. Round and round and round and round and.
Alright.
Oh. Go with it.
This is what you wrote. If you could move to another country, where would you go?
Where would you leave to? If you had the next year to like just get all your shit together and you knew that you would financially be able to do it.
Ooh, I've never really thought about this one. My heart's really telling me Puerto Rico. I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
I'm Puerto Rican. I've never visited Puerto Rico or nothing, and I feel like that's somewhere I would actually be, especially knowing I do. Yeah, going back home, and I do have family that lives there that I have not yet to meet or anything. So I think Puerto Rico would be, and it's so nice down there. It is so beautiful and whatnot. I've always heard good things about Puerto Rico. So I'm sure.
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna check it now.
That was our sign.
We are paranoid.
Yeah, we are
paranoid from last episode.
Last episode, I pressed record, and I think when I accidentally pressed record, it slid over to slow mo, and our shit was 3. Yeah, our shit was 3 hours long. We were like, we did not record for 3 hours. Yeah, it's because it was in slow mo, so that's kind of why it was blurry, and we are too petrified to do that shit again. So yeah,
it's crazy because I was sitting here anxious to get up and check it the whole time, and I always do that when we record, especially because when I was a kid and I'd record my little videos on my mom's iPad and I check it and be like, no storage. I'd be like, I recorded the whole LPS episode. Like it would do me dirty every time. Oh shit, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Stop. This one I wrote. What natural instincts do you use often that sticks out to you? I wrote this down because you know how they say like southern people, we can smell rain really well, like we can smell the storms coming.
Yeah.
And like when I go other places, they say that that's not as common. Like people are like, that's weird. Like I could walk outside and like take one whiff and be like, boy, it's about to be a nasty storm. Or I could be like, it's about to be a little storm. I can tell you what kind of rain's about to come out. I will never check that out. Mm-hmm. And everything like that. But it's not even just like a storm. I can just
you
tell
smell,
what kind of weathers are gonna come or whatever. But
are you saying that with just like within your smell? Because I know you'd be like, you smell sickness, you smell
that is a different thing. I can smell sickness. I can smell death coming.
Yeah.
I can smell. Yeah, I smell different things like that too. Or like sometimes I can just smell somebody's nasty ass energy too. Like somebody don't stink, but I'm like, your energy is so foul, you stink.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just a natural instinct too. But like natural as in animal instinct, like smelling the weather. That's when I notice that I use all the time.
I would say with you, another natural instinct, you will go off your feels. Like your logical feels.
Yeah.
She will not go against them. If she feels like something's gonna happen, or she would not bother taking the risk. She will. Nope, I don't feel like this is right.
I don't give a fuck if it adds 5 minutes to my route. Couldn't be me.
That's what you listen at.
Couldn't have been me. Cause I listen.
I wish I liked tea. I do not like tea. I don't like no hot drink. I'm not
put me on. See, I don't like when it's piping hot. He'll eat or drink anything piping hot, and like it makes me crazy.
Hot drinks. The only hot drink I like is cocoa. Hot cocoa. That's it.
See, I don't like hot cocoa too hot either.
No, hot cocoa too hot. You just tasted Fahrenheit. You not tasting
You
shit.
just taste the Fahrenheit, and then when it's cold, it's just fucking cocoa powder and
yes. This shit's trash.
Strife.
Oh my god. How do you picture your family and home will look like in 10 years? I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be shit. My home, I know I would possibly staying I would probably be moving out of state. Like, I know I probably wouldn't even be living in Kentucky, the state that we live in right now. I most likely will not be living here because I do not plan on raising my family here the whole time. Yeah. And I know I'll probably have one kid. I'll probably have one kid. 10 years, I'll probably have like a 5-year-old or something. I ain't gonna lie. I would be staying in a nice little condo apartment because I am scared of houses. So that's where I would be standing.
Y'all watch the episode with D. Y'all would know that.
Y'all would, because I am petrified of houses. So just staying alone. Apartments, that's the smallest I can go. But yeah. And I think I would see myself being in the medical field. I would put myself back into school. I would either be starting school or I would literally be finishing school and having my career of being a radiologist because that's where I'm going to be stacking at. So, yeah. That's right. Let's see.
Yeah.
Spare letters, spare letters, spare notes, spare... Stop.
What event in your life changed the course of your life without you realizing it at the time?
Got good questions.
Well, I just overthink a lot. So I just kind of wrote down some of the things I've been thinking about this week. I think about a lot of deep shit when I don't need to be.
I know, because I was writing like shit that I seen on there. You got real intense. I said, fuck, I gotta realize what the fuck his podcast is about.
Life! This podcast is about intensity, about waking the fuck up, which sometimes I have trouble with.
I know, when you've been through a lot of trauma, it's hard to really just sit and just be like, where the fuck did it start?
That's hard. Where did all of my trauma start? Because I'm like, well, that's the most recent thing that threw everything off was the wreck. But other than that, damn, my whole life is goddamn
I felt
tornado. I'm sitting here thinking, what do I choose? My mom and dad breaking up? Yeah, well, I would say when I was a really tiny kid, you don't really think about your parents splitting up the same way you do as when you do, like when you're an adult.
Yeah.
Like as a grown adult that's already been through the situation of living with one parent and not the other, or whatever it may be for whatever your situation is. If your parents split up, when you're in the situation that you are, and then you grow in it and you become an adult and everything, and you look back, your life isn't exactly where you thought it would be. Your relationships with both of your parents aren't exactly where you... Like, my relationship with both of my parents is not what I thought it would be when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like, and it's going to change the next 5-10 years, and over the course of my life, it's going to continue to change.
Yeah.
But from being a little kid, like, when my parents first broke up and everything, and, like, everything that came after that, like, moving around a lot, going from Texas to here to... That's
when like the drastic changes started.
That's that year that like my parents broke up. I feel like there was so much going on that I couldn't have sat down and thought about it. That's like the year that I feel like I was really shaken up because I'm like, we were moving with Sean and them, like with
it's like reality
Eric
just came so fast that it's like, do I really have time to think about the next move, or do I just have to go with what everything is going until I'm able to sit and really think about what's life hitting me at?
As a first grader, that's a lot.
It is.
as being under 10 years old, I feel like that's a lot. You don't get to sit down and even know how to think about it.
Yeah, because you're very young, like, and you don't know whether you should be like having like you should be siding with people or you should be doing something because you want to do it. It's just really just a lot of thinking that you don't get to think about. And being a kid, it's like that shit you shouldn't really have to think about. You should just be living the life that you're living. But shit,
to be able to do your thing.
Okay. If you were describing me to a new friend, what personality traits would you mention first? So is this like a question I'm asking you or you're...
You wrote that down. That's for you to answer.
Okay.
So I don't know.
This could be a two-part question for both of us then. If you were describing me to a new friend, what personality traits would you mention first? I'm not gonna lie, I prepare everybody for Bree, not in no bad way though. I'm not gonna lie, cause she, you know, some people are very energetic to the point where like people would like to know about that. But every time I describe Bree, I describe her in the best way. I'm like, Bree is like the funniest person ever, y'all. Like y'all would really get along with her. She is somebody like, you feel me? She's gonna laugh at everything. I promise you, she's gonna be able to relate to shit. Trust me. And the main thing I always say is she might rap, y'all. Like she will out rap y'all. If we do come across rapping or anything, she will do that. And that's like cool. I'm always just saying how sweet and funny you are and how you really will get along with everybody. Like I've never said nothing bad, and so I think that's why I wrote this down. And I'm kind of glad I got this question because I always say that about you. Like whenever I tell people, like whenever you meet new people, I'm like, yeah, like y'all, this is Bree, this is her. Like
I'm a little wild though.
Yeah, and I will say that too.
When you say I gotta prepare people for me, I'm not upset because I prepare people for me personally. I'd be like, Sheila, but we love her.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, we love her. She, you feel me? And I'm like saying she's different too and stuff like that because shit, now you can't get along with everybody and it's okay. She got her own vibe. She got her own style. She is her own person. And I will tell people that because motherfuckers like to judge about how people are, what they like and shit like that.
And nowadays everybody try to be like everybody else too.
Yes. And so I really be like, she be her own person. You feel me? You like her, you're gonna like her. But I'm not gonna lie, there's not one person who really don't like you.
And if they do, it's because they are a chameleon. They blend into societal norms and they are a basic ass bitch or a fuck ass nigga. And we don't vibe with that anyway, so.
Alright, your turn.
Shirley, when I tell people about you, of course I automatically tell people this is my sister. When I talk about Shirley, I don't ever correct myself. I'll be like, my sister. I was literally talking about you last night with 3 different people. I always said my sister. And I never correct it until they ask. And I'll be like, I mean, well,
I don't have sisters, but she is my sister if there was. Yeah.
I definitely always tell people, I'm like, Shirley is like me in the sense of if it gotta be said and it's the right time to say it, she gonna say it. So if you don't like honesty and if you scared of truth, then hide your feelings because she don't give a fuck. And she's the sweet, loving person. But one of the biggest things I love about you is that you are honest and that you are upfront. And you have a way of being that way to where whoever typically don't take it probably is a person that just cannot take honesty and maturity. Yeah. Usually the people that I see that can't take whatever the fuck you gotta say is people that are just immature and childish. Yeah. Because I'm like, I said what I said, I did what I did ass bitch, and I'm gonna just say it how it is while I always say it to your face. And I kind of get that from her. To be honest, I'm about to say, because growing up, I was not that way all the time. And I promise y'all, I was not. I was a yes man half the time. I cared too much about other people's feelings. And, like, I truly, as an older person, I have taken from you to be like, really, you know what? Sometimes people need their fucking feelings hurt.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, you made me realize that when you DM me on Instagram like years ago, like when we was all going through our own breakups of who the people we was with at a time, and you asked me, you said, how do you just not give a fuck?
How do you just not give
like how do you not give a fuck? How do you not have no worries and all that? And that's too much of a fuck. Yeah, and that's kind of when I realized like I really just be having such a careless type of thing because I have a lot of care. Yeah, I have a lot of care, but I really truly do not give a fuck because we've said it multiple times. There's a difference between caring and giving a fuck. And me, I will not give a fuck. I will care about something and I will care about somebody. I will care so much about a situation, but I will learn to not give a fuck because sometimes you can't. You're gonna have that big heart is where I get the care from, but my nonchalant self will let me not give a fuck to the point where it's just like, you fucked me over, cool. I'm gonna wish you the best. Yes, I'm gonna wish you the best, but I can't really I can't jig with you the way. And when it came to you saying how truthful I am, it's so crazy because I don't feel like I'm truthful anymore. Like, I am very truthful, but I feel like
I've seen more recently that you have been letting your heart get a little bit in front of that.
Yeah.
Because I think you've seen, like, sometimes I can be a little too harsh with my words, or with my honesty, or what I have to say, because there is a certain way to say something. There's a borderline between honesty and rude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes I know I can be a little rude to people that I give less of a care about, and then sometimes I know you have to be a little rude for those that simply do not want to listen to honesty.
And I feel like with me only feeling like this is just because I'm not a person to speak about my feelings. I will say some truthful shit, but I don't speak about my feelings. And whenever I do speak about my feelings and I feel like people aren't listening, or they think my feelings aren't valid, I will think whatever I say like really will not matter. So I will be less truthful. But some people, that's the thing. Like, with some people, when it comes to like just friendship wise and shit like that, some people could take the truth, and some people, like, you know who your friends are though when you finally speak about your feelings, and depending on how they take it, just depends on what type of friend they are. Like, you know, if you don't, like with me not speaking about my feelings, and if I speak about my feelings to my friends and they either put me down or they'll be like, oh, I understand that shit, will determine if they're long-time friends or not. Because I will be truthful for real. I will be honest, but I will be honest up until it comes to my feelings. I will be honest about situations. I will be honest about, you know, you do look kind of silly doing this, or, you know, this isn't right or nothing. But when it comes to me and my feelings, I will not be like, I will throw that shit back in the bag.
Like being in the feelings. That's my problem. Like, I keep my feelings to myself until I'm like crying in the fucking hurt in the corner of my room, like in my soft pillows. And I'm like, but I'm like, God damn, nigga, just get up, talk to somebody. After time, I just be like, bro, just stop crying.
Every time I just like have like a boo-hoo cry, because whenever it's my times of crying, I cry for the whole day, and I just let myself cry all day long, because I know I don't cry and I'm not a person to cry, so I let myself do that. But then at the end of the day, when I know I'm done crying, I will literally sit back and tell myself, I will be okay. I will be fine. I will be okay, because it's not the end of the world. Bad days does not mean you have a bad life. Shit happens, and this is the life, the universe, God had put us in. And you feel me? If life was supposed to be perfect, trust me, we would not go through half the stuff we go through. But life would be so fake. So it's all right. Yeah, it's all right to be how you are. So it's all right. Just like, you feel me? If you're any type of way and you think your personality need to change, I don't think it's your personality that needs to change. I think it's people who you surround yourself with and people who you are usually around and in tune with that needs to change. Because
there are things that are about you, though. If you know,
trust me.
No, we all have to look at ourselves and be like, but that's another thing I do like about you. That's what I do tell people. That goes with the honesty, is that you can sit there and be like, I know what I look like, or I know what I looked like in this situation, and I can recognize that and grow from that and change from that. Not everybody, especially our age, can do that.
I've realized that a lot. I put myself in a lot of people's shoes, just because I realize you aren't a victim in everybody's story. You are a villain in other people's stories.
Some people's stories, you a villain.
Yeah,
even if it logically don't make no fucking sense.
And that's okay. You aren't supposed to be the best. Like, you aren't supposed to be a good person in every story, and that is all right. But you have to realize, as humans, we make mistakes and we do hurt people like people hurt us. And I feel like that's what I realized growing up. Like, you know, I'm like, why did this person treat me like this? Why did they do this to me? Why the fuck all this happened? And not realizing the damages that I had caused to that person for them to get to that certain point.
That's something I thought about for something specific the other day too. I was like, damn. You really sit there and shit on somebody for like hurting you so much, and you don't think about like, how you're feeling. How would I feel if I did or said the things that I did, regardless of the things that they were doing to me, as well. You know, I mean, I don't know, but overall, I tell people, I'm like, Shirley is bold. She's on, not even just bold like verbally. Just you're a bold aura. I'm a bold personality. You are like a butterfly. Like, you fly around. She does her thing. I don't give a fuck, but at the same time has such a big heart, and I respect that so fucking much. And I always tell people, you one of the baddest bitches I know since I was little. I always tell people, I'm like, she'll be one of the baddest bitches. When I was a kid, it wasn't those words, but like,
she is the best.
She's the baddest. But no, I've always been like, she's the most beautiful Well, not even just like outside, just inside.
Everything.
You are one of my most.
I swear, because once you get to know me, I don't give you give your different personalities to everybody. Yeah, everybody. They think you're
everything.
The first thing that everybody thinks you're mean and stuck up. Because I will stay silent. Yes, I will stay quiet. I will just look at you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a person until somebody talks to me. Because of how much I've tried to talk to people and people have like gave me the cold shoulder, I would not talk to nobody first until they talk to me, until they start a conversation, until I get loose enough. I promise I am like the most loving person. You guys will like fuck with me. You guys will like literally interact with me any chance y'all get. Cause I'm not gonna lie, as a person I am, I don't give off the best like first impression. But once y'all get to know me, once y'all feel me and get comfortable with me, yeah, I'm really something.
See. Remember when I said at the beginning, what's the delusion I believe? Nigga, that's the delusion we believe. Okay. Delusional? Let's at least manifest that we are the best. This tea is so good. It's chamomile and lavender. Ooh.
I have to tell Bimmin about that. Bimmin loves some tea.
Oh, and it got sugar and honey.
You need to try blueberry and aloe tea. Blueberry aloe, that is fire.
What's in there?
It's just blueberry and aloe.
Aloe?
Aloe.
Oh, you said alloy.
Oh, shit. Aloe, alloy.
Alloy.
Fuck, I don't know.
I'm thinking that's some oceanic shit.
That's what I'm like, aloe.
Green wall plant. If you could leave a note for your future self 10 years from now, what would you say? Hi.
Tune in to this part at 37 minutes, 48 seconds.
Tune me at what time is it? Whatever day it is. April
26 at 6:35.
2024. I hope life just overall gets better and blesses you, your family, your mind, body, and soul. This is not only a message, it's a manifestation, and this is a connection between all of us. Surely gonna get better. We gonna get better. Life gonna get better. Our home, our mind, body, and soul, our finances. I hope you have pursued the career, the artistic ventures you wanted to venture into, and you've gone the places physically and spiritually that you want to go. Even though we're gonna have a lot of other fucking places to go, it's only 10 years from now. So happy 2034. I hope you getting some shit done and we not bullshitting.
Okay.
Yeah, I love you and I'm proud of you for anything you've accomplished, because life is fucking hard and we don't know what's gonna happen between now and then. So yeah, bless our family and friends.
That is a tear coming down. Oh my god.
Just thinking about the future. Probably looking back, watching like, you're fucking stupid. But at the same time, I know y'all crying, little bitch ass.
Right. We're gonna talk back and look at ourselves. Look at y'all stupid asses.
I know you crying, girl. Don't be.
Look at us. Now we done made it far. We living good, and you over here was scared.
Because it's so funny. Because like I look back and I watch my elementary school videos in middle school, and then my middle school videos in high school, and then as an adult looking back and watching all of it, it's like at the times that I recorded them, I'm like, I'm happy with them. And like a year after all of them, I'm cringing at them.
Yeah.
And then 2 years after, I'm always like, aw, that was kind of sweet.
Yeah.
And then once it hits a couple of years after, I'm like, damn, life. It's hit.
Man.
I started making my first YouTube videos a little over 10 years ago.
What's the most embarrassing thing a partner could do to you? Or has done to you? Cheating. Fucking course. Cheating! Cheating with a man! Don't ever cheat on me with some dick. Especially if it might be better than yours. Oh!
That is a good damn. That is a good question. Do you think it's worse if a man cheats on you with a woman or a man?
With a man, I don't give a fuck. You cheat on a bitch, okay, cool, she got coochie, I got coochie. I know you like coochie, but if you cheat on me with some dick, I swear to God, I'm slapping you and the nigga, and I'm slapping both of y'all with y'all own dicks. I don't give a fuck. Bitch, y'all got me fucked up. Why would you ever go cheat? You laying up with me, you got this. I know that. No, because then I would think, damn, did I lead you to that? I know I ain't got none, but did I lead you to that? Damn. I'm over here like, hold on, I got the booze in the ass.
You like, I just.
I knew it. I helped you. I convinced you. Fuck. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I think that's it. I think I gotta be it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really like embarrassing. Like, no, this would be the most embarrassing. I just seen it on my Grey's Anatomy. If we're about to get married or something, and you tell me no at the altar, I ain't gonna lie. You telling me no at the altar and go leave with somebody that is already at the wedding.
Oh my God!
Boy, if you girl, yes, these two they was about to get married. All right, this little EMS and the little surgeon, they was about to get married, and then the other surgeon said, "Hold on, I have to say something." He's there with his own girlfriend. I have to say something. April, I love you, and I know you love me too. Don't you have to say it? Say it. I do, and they left. Everybody at the altar was just so shook. She is a godly Christian woman. That's
Obviously
what made it crazy.
Not.
That,
because that seems sinful to me.
Man, bug shit. Karma got their ass back in that episode.
What they get? What they get? In a car crash?
No, they ain't getting in a car crash. They got married the same night. The night that she was supposed to get married, she went in the same dress and everything. He went in his tuxedo that he came in as a guest, and they went somewhere else to a courthouse and got married. Now their baby, something happened to their baby, and their baby had a bone deficiency. His bones was breaking in his own belly and all. Yeah. All right. Karma
I'm not
will come
saying
back
the
to
baby
your
deserved
ass.
it, but I mean, they could have got some bone deficiencies.
Shit.
I think that's taking the cake. Yeah, leave me at the altar. Now switch that with another man, and you got your nightmare.
I can't. And then I'm gonna sit there. I knew he was gay. I knew it.
I know you love me, babe. Just say it.
You'll
be like, me? Nigga, I don't even know you. You're like, not you, bitch.
Take off the veil, rip this shit. What the fuck do you
crash in the wedding?
Everybody get the fuck out unless y'all want to get booked.
I'm helping you break everything.
We're gonna have gas masks covered for us. We're gonna air this bitch out.
Spit on my nose?
No, I think it's from the community when you was trying to and it left a drop, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I was about to look up. Is it raining in here? Cloudy, have a chance with the rain?
Better not be. What is the biggest / most common misconception about your zodiac sign? I am an Aries. If you didn't know, the biggest misconception about us is that we are hot-headed. Not every Aries is just hot-headed, fumed up all the time. Well, not every Aries. Some Aries are a little hot-headed. But a lot of Aries I know, they only get heated when they set a fire.
Yeah.
That's the thing. When you set an Aries to fire, that's when you're going to get burned. That's the thing. Usually the Aries I know, it take a little bit to
very
trigger
level-headed.
Yeah, it take a lot to trigger, and we can typically find our cool if we, have the space to do so.
Yeah.
Closure.
Mix it. Oh, I'm kind of glad I got this one.
What's the thing?
If you had to leave almost everything behind and start a new life, what are the few things you are bringing? I ain't gonna lie, I'm only saying I'm happy I got this one because I have thought about doing this in the future. Like, literally picking up all my shit and just leaving randomly, not having like some sort of plan, but really just leaving and like not really warning anybody, because I know I act on intrusive, like impulsive decisions. And so I know that one day I will just pick up my stuff and leave. I've always said, and I've been telling my mom that for like the last year, like, one day I'm just gonna pick up all my shit and leave. The few things I would bring, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what I would actually bring. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't bring much besides like the basic common things you need. Like if I was going to a new apartment, utilities, like furniture, shit like that. But I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't really bring nothing, because when I want to start my new life, I want to start fresh.
Like sell everything.
Yes, I want to start fresh. I don't want nothing that reminds me or holds me back to the shit that I'm trying to leave from and shit I'm trying to get rid of. So I don't think I would really bring much. I would bring my Sammy. Yes, I'd bring my Sammy. My Sammy, my dog, y'all. I would bring him because I'm not gonna
picture.
He looks like an otter. I'm not gonna like, cause when I did read this, like when we was like, because we shared the notes of these questions, I ain't gonna lie, that's the first thing I did think of was my senior.
You know, that's literally when I was writing it down. I was like, one of the other than my artwork, I wouldn't even bring art supplies. I could get art supplies. I can make art out of fucking dirt in the wall. But I'm like, I bring all my art, I bring my cat, and there's not much going after that.
Yeah, I'm bringing my dog Sammy. I love you, Samuel. I call him Samuel Jackson. That's not his name, but yeah.
He's a little rascal. If you could tell your 5th grade self anything, what would it be? How old are you in the 5th grade?
You was
You're like 10.
Oh, 10, 11.
If I could tell my 5th grade self anything, be careful who you choose as your friends. Not everybody is your friend going into middle school, and don't be too distraught about leaving other friends behind. Life changes.
Yeah.
If I could, what's something we could tell our 5th grade self?
I know what to tell my 5th grade self. You should have never did that fucking talent show singing "Rolling in the Deep." Bitch, you was shit. That fucking haunts me till this day.
You like have stage fright now?
Girl, I don't have stage fright. I'm just like, why the fuck did I enter my ass in a talent show to sing "Rolling in the Deep"? And then I messed up half the like. It's how you know I don't even have rhythm, because I was singing and motherfuckers was like, okay, I clapping along. I done fucked up and missed half the song and started singing "Rolling in the Deep." Woo! I can sing now. I'm just like,
but like. You should have never did that shit.
The only benefit it caused me was to learn the whole fucking song. That's it.
You went home and was like, I'm never gonna get caught up again.
Girl, I never want to enter a talent show again. And I was only able to enter it because they didn't want to enter nobody else in this shit unless they was really singing. And I sung, and I should have sung "Grenade."
I'm a grenade. If I could tell my 5th grade self shit, I would tell myself to be friends with some of the people I became friends with, like, later in middle school sooner, because some of them we could have had better friendships with if I was friends with earlier. And then I'd tell myself not to fucking be friends with some of these dirty ass little bitches. That's about it. And be careful. I think that's my main message. Be careful who you friends with. Right, or they wanted to be your friend later on. Ooh, you know what I really hated? Most of the bitches, they had to call me weird growing up, turn around now, and being like, oh, you so woke. The whole time you were so woke.
But one of the
bitch, shut the fuck up. I thought you was weird, but it turns out you just knew what you was talking about.
Because now it's the aesthetic.
Now it's the aesthetic, because now it's the norm. I'm like, bitch, I still don't give a fuck. I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like it. I'm sorry. I literally just acted on a cough I was not trying to do, and I made a crazy ass noise. Okay. Alright. Tighten up, bitch. I'm just like...
That shit was funny.
Okay.
I keep playing in my head. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop, but you know when something happens and it keeps replaying in your head.
Okay. What's one quality that we both have that makes our friendship work? I feel like a quality we both have is we are really ourselves. Yeah. We have been friends since we was like 4 or 5 years old, and we have always been ourselves. Like, if don't nobody know our real personalities, it's gonna be each other. We done did the wackiest shit together. We'll walk around here shirtless, naked, and walking around not giving a fuck. Like, we really... She claps, I don't. And I feel like it's that, but we both have a lot of communication too when it comes to our friendship.
Honesty I was talking about.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's the fact that our... Yeah, my God, I'm sorry.
I'm trying not to laugh at you.
Bitch, I almost choked.
See, not funny. I don't know why I laugh at shit like it. That's a problem.
Anywho, our friendship has lasted through us living like 2 ends of the country together. Like, I mean, oh my God. We have lived very far apart from one another, and our friendship has still lasted. There would be times we communicated once or seen each other once a year, and we have still made it last. Now,
there had to be at least a time where it's been longer than a year and we didn't see each other. We used to just see each other like on a birthday, not even both birthdays. Sometimes.
Yeah, just on one or the other.
We can make one of them, but the mama ain't willing to drive across the city.
No, literally. And now look at us. We do it with no issue.
We know what shit, nigga. Ooh.
Yeah.
Both don't got a car. But
we making it work.
We making it work regardless.
So yeah, I think
we gonna live in different countries one day and we still gonna make it work.
Hell yeah. I think it's more about communication, our honesty, and just being ourselves and not really, like, you feel me? And sometimes with one another, we can see how other friendships will last for the other person. Like, I can see how her friendships will last and be like, alright, you feel me? I'm gonna let you do you, and you figure it out, and she do be the same way with me. And as soon as we come and talk about it, it's like
I told you that bitch was real.
It's like we each other's mamas. You know how mamas be like, it ain't really your friend. It's what we tell each other, and we figure it out on our own selves.
Right, I ain't gonna force you. See, but the thing is with us is when we doing things that we do need somebody to be like, hey, quit doing that. Mm-hmm. We gonna listen to each other. Yeah, hey, you sure?
Like, how much do you need of that right now?
I know I need to quit.
Like,
see, that's honesty. I do need to quit doing that. I'm just thinking, you know, when you just zone out when you're in a conversation, you just doing things. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Like when you're on the phone, you just drawing.
We're crackheads together, if we're being honest.
Calling my name. It's crazy. Indica or Sativa.
I'm glad you got that one. I don't be knowing the difference between that shit. I just like to get high.
Indica is more of a body high. Sativa is more of a mind high. Indica is more likely going to put you to sleep. Sativa is what I like more because I'm a productive pothead. I like to be able to go to the store and not, and be able to socialize, or not even be able to socialize, to be able to go out in public and do my thing. I like to be able to do work here.
Yeah, you like to be more productive and active.
I want to be able to cook and find inspiration while I'm making music. Like, I don't want to start smoking before I make music, and then I get into it and I'm like,
oh, you got like a brain fart.
I'd rather sit here and watch something instead and fall into that and eat. And I'd rather be like, shit, you know what else would sound good on this beat?
What genres of music do each of us remind you of?
So what genre of music do you remind me of, and I remind you of?
You remind me of jazz music. I ain't gonna lie. You kind of remind me of jazz music. Jazz Latin music. Because you're always, she's always so dancing and flowy and whatnot. And the jazz music, because it's just I don't know. You're I don't know how to explain it. But it's you're calm, but whenever it hits to certain parts, I guess because of how you rap too and how you carry yourself and whatnot, that's what it reminds me of. But also of how I wish there was, unless you know it, some type of flowy music,
indie music, alternative music.
Yeah, that's what you remind me of.
When I think about myself, I think about indie alternative. I wouldn't even think about jazz. I like that you said jazz and Latin music. I'm like,
yeah, that's really what you do, because I don't know. I say Latin because you feel me. Because you're always just so active and all that, but also because whenever you be dancing, you just be flowy and all that, and then you got more rhythm than me whenever you be doing bachata or something. You be getting it really flowy and all that.
You babysita. You of course automatically remind me of Latin. I don't know if that says something, but
racist. I'm just
lucky. No, not really. But when I think of you, I do think of R&B. Mm-hmm. R&B is always automatic. I think of but the good R&B.
Yeah.
Not everybody's R&B. It's not the same shit nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That good 90s R&B lane. What else do I think about? I do like jazzy when I think of you. I think of, because I couldn't think of the word to say. You know that song, Can I Call You Rose?
Yeah.
So it's throwbacky, jazzy. You know what I mean? I'm because when you came in, I was literally giving you an intro song. I was like, that's that girl. Her name's Shirl. Dun, 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 dun. dun, dun, and then my head it's like a whole like 1950s.
Yeah.
I was like, look at that girl shining.
I like that.
Yeah. See, songs with smoothness, I do think about.
Yes.
Like, smooth, good motion, you know, sexy I think it's sexy when I think of Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
I always think of like roses and beauty and like
all of that.
walking the shit, you know what I mean? I'm like, that is that bitch. If you want that definition, there you go. And that's the songs that play in my head like, like stars in the background.
Yeah, that's how, I've been into music like that.
You?
No, it's you.
Oh, it's me?
It's like your head just died in there.
I also had a dream that like one of my favorite podcasts, actually my favorite podcast, Suburb Talks, they like all of them was at my grandma's house.
Yeah.
Every time I go to my grandma's house in my dreams, it's always a witchcraft dream, so it was just kind of weird. They were like leaving for a vacation and I was supposed to watch the house and I was like, y'all ain't gonna take me with you?
Right.
But you know, one day I'm gonna meet some of y'all. This says, what is off limits in bed?
Freaky ass bitch, I don't know if that should have been you. I'm just like,
Maybe you should have got this question because me personally, I don't know. What if off limits in bed? It is whatever is not consensual between the two adults.
Okay, that's a good enough answer.
That is what is not. Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. I'm glad actually I got this. How do you care for your mental health? Lately, how I've been caring for my mental health, I kind of sense when I'm gonna because I have very bad depression, I have bipolar, I have anxiety, I have a lot of shit. So it's really up to me. I stopped going to therapy and all that because I'm not gonna lie, people can't help you if you can't help yourself. And I've been in the terms of allowing myself to help me because not everybody's going to be there when you need them and all that. And your therapist is not always going to be on call. You're not always going to be able to lean on somebody. So you really have yourself, and I've always told myself that. So lately, I've literally been going on a walk at least every day. I take a walk around my neighborhood. I've been getting out in the sun more. And I kind of just take time for myself. I do a lot of me time. I've been trying to find more hobbies for myself and whatnot. Painting is a really good thing for me. I ain't gonna lie. I've been getting into painting, and that's really been caring for myself and whatnot. And I think, pretty much just painting, really going on walks. Going on walks has been a big help for myself. I won't listen to music. I will just I will literally just walk and just listen to nature, and nature's been a big thing helping me and whatnot, especially with it feeling good outside and whatnot, and getting the sun on you. It just feels good. I just feel like I'm allowing this negativity energy just going away. Cause I don't want to be trapped in my room and let that shit just simmer and settle into my room, and then I'm gonna feel like it's just a negative space. No, I will open up my window. I will go outside for a walk and really just take time to really think about myself and really think about decisions I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna lie. And also, I've created a whole list of setting boundaries for myself. I didn't think I was going to set many boundaries for myself. I wrote, I filled up a whole page of boundaries that I needed to set for myself. And I have been living by that. And I've actually been proud of myself to live by that. Because I stopped allowing others to make decisions for myself. I started, you feel me? I stopped telling myself to, I'm not going to feel bad for how I feel towards other people. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna feel the best way about everybody, but I don't need to feel bad about that. And that's kind of where I
I need to work on lately is even he's told me you don't have to feel bad about every decision, because I've been saying out loud I feel like no matter what decision I make, somebody's gonna be upset, so I'm always the one upset.
Yes, and you can't really think about that. You can't really think like that for especially with everybody else, because I had to realize motherfuckers do not think the way you think about them. How you be scared to hurt somebody else's feelings, that motherfucker's not worried about hurting yours.
People are not as afraid to hurt your feelings or to disrespect you.
So, you definitely need to stop feeling bad for everything, because you've always had a bad habit.
That is a problem that I have been, that's on, my spirit guides just got it on my list of next lessons for me to learn, and that's one I've been procrastinating my whole life is but that's one I am working on right now. It's just feeling bad, because it'll come down to okay, I want to do something with him today, but then I forgot I agreed on this with these people, and then we've canceled on these people 3 times. This literally happened with you and them last weekend. You know what I mean? And I'm I feel bad because and then at the end of the day, I'm exhausted from everything to where if anything, I just want to sit by myself.
Yeah.
And I'm no matter what decision I make, somebody's gonna be upset. So I was just building myself up to just be anxious and upset about no matter what decision I was gonna make. I was finding some form of bullshit excuse. I'm like, well, if I decide this person's gonna feel like this, or if I decide this, you're gonna. Yeah. It's like, stop feeling like shit. You're making nobody's mad at you. Everybody has their own lives. Everybody understands. Shirley understands. Your cousins understand. I understand. Yeah. Chill the fuck out.
And as we are adults, I feel like people should gain more understanding ways because
people got shit going on.
A lot of people have shit going on. Even if you make plans, even if we make plans or something, and shit happens, it is okay. And I feel like that's what everybody needs to understand. It is okay for shit to happen. It is okay if your plans did not go how it is, because sometimes the universe, God does not. Your plans are ruined, so your next future plans aren't. That's how it is.
Yeah, sometimes plans are ruined, so future plans you don't even know about are not ruined.
Yeah.
Or plans that you didn't even think about making become to fruition. Or sometimes, no matter how much we plan for something or try to go for something, we don't get it. Obviously, it's not for us, but like, you could just be wanting to go somewhere and you don't know, like, and you've been sitting in traffic for 20 minutes, but you don't know that if you weren't sitting in traffic for 20 minutes and you went the other way, you could have gotten a wreck.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. But the universe knew that, not you.
Yeah.
Same thing with people. Universe knows who's talking about you. Universe knows who's for you. Universe knows how long people are supposed to be here because everything is temporary.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking listen.
That's how I've been too. I've been controlling of. I have to tell myself I am in control of everything I do, of how I feel, of how others might make me feel, of what I do, of how I react, actions that I do. You are literally in control of your own self and however you want to feel about everything. And that's kind of like, I don't know, just really sitting back and really doing like the thinking about yourself and realizing that you are number one. You should be number one in your life no matter what. It really does change your aspect. And also, I've been just isolated and spending more time alone. And I actually like being alone. I don't really care. Like, I love having around friends and I love being around like the little few people I have, but I don't mind being alone. I'm fine with it. Yeah, does it get boring sometimes, but that's about it. But I'd rather myself be alone and bored instead of being around motherfuckers
that are toxic.
Yeah, and around
just to do shit.
Yeah, around toxic people or people who has no good benefits towards you or is looking at you in no good type of way.
People that are have animosity towards you behind your back, or talking shit, or a lot of our generation too just wants to be distracted. Like everybody just wants to party, everybody just wants to drink.
Yeah, it's more of filling a void.
They're filling voids with company because they don't want to be alone, like we said, but you're filling your void with negative company just because these people, you call them your friends, you're just getting drunk with these people and I'm talking shit.
Realize the more, and that's literally why I'd rather be alone, because the more you are around people, the more it's just drama and chaos in your life. Like, I've realized that over the last month, I've hung out with like new people, came across new friends and all that to get out of my comfort zone, and I've enjoyed every time, every memory I've made and all that, but I realized it's less chaos whenever you're just by yourself or around the people that you usually are around and whatnot, because and I feel like I've just stressed myself out so much for shit that I didn't even need to be stressed out about, or been stressed out about people that I really don't
bullshit.
Yes, and it's just really no need for that. Like, you feel me? If you know you're better and safe off alone, live with that.
Like, don't force yourself to be with people just because you don't want to be alone. You need to learn how to be comfortable with your own presence.
Yeah.
Rather than filling your void with other people's negative presence.
Definitely.
Because it's easier. It doesn't seem like it at first, but it's easier to deal with our own energy and emotions and to learn and enjoy and understand ourselves than to do that with other people that we will never understand the in-depths of. We can never get into the actual mind psyche of, and you never know what they're saying behind it.
Exactly.
But the thing is, when you find good company, you find good mind. You find good peace of mind. When you're around the right people, you don't feel all jumbled up and crazy.
Exactly.
All right, this is the second to last one. What has been your biggest distractions or waste of time here, or energy here lately? What has been my biggest waste of time or energy here lately? Investing my energy into people that prove that it is a waste of time. Investing my energy into things that I know do not benefit me as much as they say they do. Like this job. I'm like, a job's a job for a reason. If it can't support you and you're not able to do things you're supposed to outside of it, you should probably look elsewhere.
Yeah.
That goes to anybody working anywhere, period. A job is to pay you.
Yeah.
Not to overwork you, enslave you, make you not want to do shit but lay there and stare at the ceiling when you're not working. Sick about it, sick about it.
Yep, and I'm done. This is the
This
last.
right here. Shake it real nice. Shake it real nice. We ain't gonna do it twice. Pick up the
Whatever
thing,
the
better
last
roll
one's
it
in
like a
here.
dice. Do it like a.
Ooh. This one's a good one to end it off on. What's an apology you never got the chance to give? I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna be shocked that I said this. Okay, you are, because I've just been thinking about it lately, with the whole like other P-Link lady. Pretty much, I want to apologize for not being a better friend in her situation. I've been looking back at it, and I feel like me as a person, I could have been a better friend in that situation, just because I know if we was in this situation, she would have been there with open arms. And at times, I do wish we was there for her to be in open arms, because maybe she wouldn't be in the position she is in now. Maybe she wouldn't be trying to do shit to fill a void. Maybe she wouldn't be trying to hang out with new people, because she was used to having us. And I know shit happens to the point where it's like, we ain't going to always be there. But I feel like in this case scenario, I wish I was I was a better friend in that situation, because I have been there before, and I have lost friends within the same way that she has lost us and whatnot. Yeah.
I want to see. I don't know what to say to it, because me personally, also in that situation, because I could apologize also for the similar things. But for me, I gave a different kind of response and effort to it, to where everybody was telling me I should stop.
Yeah.
Everybody's telling me, like, all right, you're doing a little too much,
but
you're not getting anything back.
'Cause
And the whole time I'm telling everybody, y'all don't have the same relationship with this
I was
person
about to say,
that
but
I
on
do.
your end, it is very different than what it is on my end. Because you did say a lot more to her than what I even said. And I just know not to say, I didn't say much just because I was in her shoes before. And I know how it feels. And I know how it feels to leave a relationship like that and to come out of it and just have nobody feel like you don't have
to have
nothing.
a forced restart.
Yes.
Sometimes life it's fucked up, and we definitely try to avoid that situation and help avoid that situation. But sometimes life kind of has its way of forcing us into change.
Yeah.
Like when we refuse it, like refuse letting go of people and habits and ways of thinking, and refuse growing, or if we refuse, life will force.
Yeah.
Life will force, and that's something that, yes, we could have been a little better on, but we definitely tried.
Yeah.
And I could have done more, but at the same time, me being anxious about how she would respond, or how family would respond, or anything, or how people would say I looked in the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't want to look like a dick, and at the same time, I didn't, want to be a dick.
Yeah.
I didn't want to look like one or be one, period.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I didn't want to sit there and just get shitted on.
Yeah, because
because
I know in that situation, it made us feel like two totally different. It made you feel worthy because of how close you was to her. But in her case scenario, I know she would have just been there for open arms and nothing being said. So that's the only reason why I feel the way I do, because I know we're gonna feel very different about that situation and that topic.
I still feel like the whole time I've had confusing feelings about it.
Yeah,
I've had confusing feelings about it, and I kept giving effort and energy and advice in my arms and my hands, even when everybody was telling me not to.
Yeah,
and even when I was starting to think I probably should stop because this person is not listening to shit I have to say, while respecting it until they want to hear it.
Yeah.
And I just can't do that. You
know
what I mean?
And that's okay, but that's just
I realized people were right, but I could have communicated a little differently.
Yeah, and that's just for me, trying to mature and heal myself to know, you feel me, trying to forgive others and having others forgive me too. I've read that in the Bible. If you want to be forgiven, you have to forgive. If you don't want to be judged, you can judge. Shit like that. And that's kind of where I learned it from, and that's kind of where it hit me, and I'm just because what I was saying earlier, we aren't we can't always play victim, but in other aspects, we have to realize we aren't the best people
Nobody's
ever.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I know. While I'm saying things in situations, I know I'm gonna look some type of way to this person, or this can be taken some type of way to other people. But, you know, like, I review what I gotta say before I say it. You know what I mean? And I really try to consider other people's feelings. But it's like we were talking about earlier, sometimes I do it too much.
But at the same time, you can't want to try to help somebody control their life if it's not meant for them, if it's not meant for that to be controlled. Because that's why I say in this situation, I'm happy that she's in the position she did, because it gave her a slap in the face of reality. Because everybody's life does happen at different it happens at different parts, different timelines in people's life. How we went through shit younger. Yeah, we went through shit younger, and that's why we are the way we are. But she never went through shit like that, relationship trauma at a young age, and now it hit her now, and that's why she is doing the shit she did. Because in all reality, look at how your first heartbreak was, and look at how you reacted. This is her first. This is her first heartbreak, and we kind of have to understand that and understand how we was when we was younger, looking at that. And that, I feel like that's. I'm just trying to like find more clarity. I've been trying to find a lot of clarity within everything of everybody in the situations that I come in situations that people have put me in as well. So it's kind of more of looking at everybody's sides, looking at everybody's point of view, but also looking at how you was whenever it happened to you.
You went through this lesson already.
But in this situation, like how we went through it before, so to the point where we went through situations before to the point where we will listen if somebody tells us. She's never been through nothing like this before, so of course she's not going to listen.
Because of her other stuff too. We all grew up with different environments. Everybody grows up with different environments,
rules, different cultures, different how they was raised, all of that.
All three of us different cultures, all like different, like everything. You know what I mean? Life has its way.
Yeah.
That's crazy to even think about. Life has its way of doing what it needs to do.
Yeah, sometimes things have to happen sooner in life instead of later, because later it might fuck you up more than it does sooner. Something could have just been thrown in our face to the point where it's just like, whoa, where the fuck did this come from? And it's just like, you feel me? You just have to learn and have to accept things for how it is. And that's what I was literally saying the other day. Like, you feel me? When we talk about our childhood friends, it's just because we talk to them and we're like, oh my God, when life turns in like this, we're going to be just like this. We will never fall out of nothing. And when things happen like this, it's just like, wow, we're shocked. But it's just, we can't, but we can't be upset because life is taking us on the way it needs to take us.
You can be hurt, but you can't be
you can't be mad at for life for what it did. Because at times, yes, whenever shit happens, I'm blaming life, I'm blaming God. Why did you ever let this happen? But at the same time, it's just like, you know, I'm gonna take that yell, I'm gonna take that hurt, I'm gonna take all your anger, but just know it's something at the end of the tunnel that is there better for you. There's always a reason for something, and you may not ever find out that reason until later on in life, and then you're gonna be there sitting there. Yeah, you're gonna be sitting there and very happy when you're really just thinking about it, and happy that you got out of that situation before it got any worse, or being around or still sticking around people before it got worse. Because the people you probably do not have in your life, it's good that you don't have them in your life, because they could have put you in shitty positions, they could have fucked you over, they could have did you bad. Yes, and sometimes it's good. It's sometimes even if you aren't around somebody, even though there's no bad blood there, y'all didn't end on nothing. It just y'all life has separated y'all, and it's because life had put y'all on both different paths, and you guys can still be cool.
Sometimes your path's gonna cross again.
Yeah, if y'all never end on bad terms, that's good, because like she just said, it will come across again, and then y'all will go right back out, because there might be people you might need in the future who might reach out. People's life paths will probably help y'all in the future. You could be going to be a teacher, and somebody else is going to be a surgeon, and you might need them because one of your students they're in a fucked up situation to the point where they need the best surgeon in the world, and that person is the best surgeon in the world.
Random shit.
Yes.
Like, you never, especially living in the city we do, where everybody knows everybody, everybody's related to everybody, like, and the connections between people was crazy. When you really hear, I'm like, Mom, how do you know her? She's like, oh, I went to elementary school with her brother, and her mom's in my nursing home, and then, like, y'all remember, like, her auntie lived down the street. I'm like, nigga, bro, what?
Yeah.
You know, like, you never know. Like, and people that you could even be beefing with today. Yeah. Like, if you leave that shit alone right now, that y'all can run into each other in the future, and y'all both get a little anxious for a second, you like, ain't no bad blood. We grown, we got kids, and we on different career paths, and don't got shit to do with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, the last fight I got into, boy, I get mad when I stoop down to other people's level, because I'm like, that's not me. It's not me. Soul. And I'm not gonna lie, there's been multiple situations where I have been supposed to be into it with somebody, because whenever I beef with somebody, I don't drag that beef. If you want to fight, we can fight. If not, fucking shit. There's nothing we need to talk about. But I'm kind of glad I haven't got into a lot of altercations that I have, because I look back and get mad that I even let myself get that upset to let another motherfucker be upset, like let another motherfucker get me that upset. Like in past relationships especially, I hated that I ever let a man get under my skin so badly to the point where I've almost fucked myself over. I wanted to almost like kill them practically. Yes, like I literally went crazy. And like that's why with this last little situationship, I have not allowed a man to get me this upset. Even letting a man to get my tears, I will be disappointed in myself, because I know I'm not worth that, and I know a man is not worth bad tears like that. Like, you feel me? Men will come and go, but men are very shitty people. And I only said that because it started with my dad. But yeah, not every man's bad, but you feel me? Men I've come across, when you don't come across the right people in certain aspects, of course you're gonna think that bad. Because I haven't came across the right man, and I'm gonna think every man's bad. And when God's gonna show me that the man's for me, He's gonna show me, and that man's gonna sweep me off my feet and forget about all the bad things I've done said about men.
Actually, not only forget, will make you forgive.
Yeah, forgive.
Because even if not to sit back and be like, oh, I forgive people for these things that has happened to me, but for you to forgive yourself going through those things.
That
was actually one of my biggest things in my ex situation is one of the number one reasons I dragged it as long as I did is because of how I felt I looked. I'm like, I let somebody, like you said, get under my skin. Make me feel like somebody I'm not. Like, make me lose my sense of self. Like, I let somebody do that. It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't forced to go through that. Like, especially, you know.
Because sometimes it does. It always starts with yourself.
But I'm like, I went through that, and that traumas from relationships going to the next and the next and the next. And then in my current relationship, this relationship is helping me in so many ways.
It's helped you grow.
Even if we argue, even if we bitch and moan about whatever it may fucking be, at the end of the day, I'm learning things about myself. He's learning things about himself. We're both learning about our relationship trauma. Because there's ways I react or ways he reacts or things that we get insecure about. And I'm like, why the fuck do you feel that way? Or he's like, why would you even say that? And I'm like, you know what? Why did I say that?
It's
and
really
it goes
like to step back to sit and
you
think.
have to literally step back and be like, why do I feel these ways? It's because of past relationship trauma, not even just relationships, like friendships, your family, like just things we've been through. And the universe will send you the right friendships and relationships to karmatically correct.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I'm not gonna lie. I use my last situationship as a help to like actually build myself up, because I ain't gonna lie, people come in your life, people who are temporary in your life do teach you a lot more lessons than people who's been in your life for a very long time.
Some people come in, some earthquakes might only last a couple minutes, but they destroy entire countries. But just saying, but those countries can rebuild into something new, you know what I mean, most of the time. But yeah, we're all gonna be okay.
We are. Don't ever think life is going to hell, because it's really not. It's only going to hell if you allow it to go to hell.
You make your life what it truly is. Those people that you've broken pathways with, or those things you've broken pathways with, things that you're scared to leave behind, just know that life will put you on the correct pathway for where you need to be.
Yes. For
whatever lessons you need to learn, for whatever karma that you deserve. Beneficial. Either way, it's even if it's negative or positive, it is beneficial as is.
Yes.
So yeah, I feel like that's what I'm kind of ending this off with.
I think we ended it off on a good note. All right. Any words of advice to leave off with? You know what we like to do.
That was kind of my words of advice. Like, just know the universe will put you on the path that you are. That's what I would need to hear right now. The universe will put you on the pathway that you are meant to be. And I know it's scary as fuck to be young in a crazy world like this, but it's gonna be okay. The world has been fucking crazier. It's just really fast. Really fast right now, and things will correct itself. Everything will correct itself. The divine nature will run its course. You're all gonna be fine. Your finances are gonna be fine. Your life's gonna be fine. Shit gets fucked, but it's fine.
Yeah. And mine. Start putting yourself in other people's shoes. Start
Being
looking.
empathetic.
Start opening your mind to other point of views. Because I ain't gonna lie, you might think you're the victim, but you have to realize that sometimes you are the villain. Because sometimes you are a bad person to others. Do not always look at yourself as just a good, amazing person. I'm not doing no wrong, because that will not get you far in life. That will make you lose people, and that will really. You wanted to hit you now before it gets too late.
Being a victim either way will definitely get you victimized. Like, whether you are a victim in the case of, oh, you can do no wrong, or being of the case of, oh, everybody does me wrong.
Yeah.
You are a villain, and you are a hero, and sometimes you are just a simple civilian.
Yes.
It just depends on the role that you decide to play yourself. What perspective do you want to paint for other people, and what perspective do you want to paint for yourself?
Yeah.
Based on where you want your life to go and where you want your relationships to go. It's on you, chickaboo.
So anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this bucket talk conversation. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this little segment. I hope that a lot of people start to interact with us whenever we post on social media, whenever we ask y'all questions.
We ask y'all questions, just answer.
Yes.
We asking to get a response.
Because trust me, we don't get much in the real life, so at least
try
to get something from the fans. Y'all
follow. I gotta ask people in person.
Man, y'all follow our page. Y'all follow our page for a reason. So.
Posting. I'm also posting about. I'm doing art videos coming up. We have the lights up also because I will be doing photo shoots of all of my artwork for my website and for the Instagrams and for everything like that. And eventually we're gonna be doing stuff like printing these onto things and all this other bullshit. So yeah, gonna be doing that this week, and I'm gonna be making some kind of art video, whether I'm working on clay or working on painting. So, big thing out for pictures and photos and videos and shit.
Hope to see y'all in our next video.
We love y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed, the kind of like step back childhood fits.
Yes, you see.
Frog and Toad on here. Love it. We love y'all too, though. So
thanks for the support that y'all do give us, though.
Thank you for everything. The likes, the comments, the subscribes, the follows. We got the podcast up on a couple platforms, so whatever you're watching on, thank you either way. So,
yes.
I ain't shit else.
Peace out, y'all. Pretty Podcast out.
Love y'all. Wait, did you have something else? It sounded like you, that ass is what you had.
No, I didn't have
shit.
though.
You look like you was on Wipeout. No, what is it? The hole in the wall.
That's
3,
for you.
2, 1.